welcome to my YouTube channel. My channel's name is Tea Time for Dolly, and I'm Dolly. I'm so glad you could join me today. I want to talk about goals for 2021. I know a lot of people say resolutions, and that's what I used to say. But how many times have you really kept the resolutions? For me, they never lasted more than a few days. So I would rather call them goals and try to make the goals into habits. If we mess up and fall off and forget to do something for a day or a week, jump back on there. Whereas with resolutions, I used to feel like, I messed up, I'm done. So anyway, I think it's better to think of it as a goal, something you're wanting to achieve. And to make goals achievable, they need to become habits, something that we just do automatic without having to think about it. Habits, probably a lot of you have heard or read that it takes 21 days to form a habit. Well, I read that, and that's what I thought. But the person, I did some research last night, and the person that actually said that, he said it was a minimum of 21 days. But for many people, it's more of an average of 66 days, and it can be longer. So that's at least 2 months for most people, for most habits. Maybe a small habit can be formed easier in 21 days. But don't give up if you haven't formed that habit in 21 days. Okay, I want to give you an idea. Got me some notes here so I don't forget. But I want to give you an idea, or a few ideas. Like, I have 8 different ideas for our goals. Some of these you may want to work on as your goal for 2021. Maybe you won't need any of them. And of course, this is just a few. This is only 8. I'm sure there's hundreds of ideas that people have that they want to achieve this year. I'm going to start with number 1 as spiritual. Maybe you'll want to pray more, read your Bible more, or some other spiritual book. Go to church more often, or your places of worship. That is, once the pandemic's over, where you can. But in the meantime, you can do something else, like read and pray. Okay, number 2 might be health. A better diet, exercise more. Once the pandemic's over, maybe get your checkups. Or if there's something that you really need to have done, it's very important, then go ahead and make that appointment. If you take supplements or medicine, be sure that you take them regularly. So this is one of the goals that I want to work on, is better diet and exercise, because I have put on some weight, and I know that my diet needs improved. Okay, number 3 would be, a lot of people want to become better organized. And that's something that I think lots of people need, not everybody. And number 4 is financial. You know, you may want to really work on a good budget and see how much money you've got coming in, how much you've got going out, see where you can make improvements or adjustments. Number 5, maybe some of you want to take some classes to better your education, or just some classes for fun. I don't advise you going off in public right now, but if you can take online classes during the pandemic, and hopefully later things will open up better. Okay, you may want to, number 6 would be hobbies. You may have hobbies that you've been not spending much time on, and that's something you might want to get back to. And number 8, I know a lot of ladies especially would like to have a cleaner home. And you're so busy, you don't have much time, or you just overwhelmed and don't know where to begin. So I also plan to have some videos on a lot of these. I have had one in the past about house cleaning and organizing, but I plan to do more in the future. I said, okay, and I know to make goals, we need to make them into habits. And I looked up and did some research last night, and I found something called 7 Steps to Developing a New Habit by Brian Tracy. Number 1 is to make the decision. Make that decision that I am going to do this. I really want to do this. Number 2, never allow an exception to your new habit during the formative stages. Now, I don't totally agree with that, mostly, because quite often the exception is an excuse. But I realize there are emergencies that come up which can interrupt our goal. But don't let that happen for long. Jump right back in there. If you're trying to, say, get out and exercise, walk every day, and someone calls and says, I really need help, I need to go to the emergency room, help them. And that day may not work out to your plans. But the next day, jump back on it. Don't quit. Number 3, tell others you are practicing a new behavior. If you tell your friends, say for instance you're trying to save money in your financial plan, and your friend calls and says, hey, let's go out and eat, or you want to go shopping? And you just say, no, not today. And they call back next week, and you tell them the same thing. After a while, they may think, well, she just don't really want to be around me anymore. So you may need to just tell them, say, right now I'm really trying to pay off a bill or save for a new car or whatever it is. So they'll know that it's not them, that you're just trying to practice this new habit of not spending so much, or you're saving for something. But if you tell them that and say, but if you want to come over, we can get together and do something, that doesn't cost money. You can always play board games, play cards. They can bring a dish. You can pop some popcorn. Something very cheap or almost free. Number 4, visualize your new habit. Okay, say you're wanting to lose weight. Picture yourself thin and trim. If you want to pay off a bill, picture yourself writing out that last check to get the bill paid off. You've got to visualize these things, and that will help with forming your new habit. And create an affirmation is number 5. For example, if you say something like, I get up and get going immediately at 6 o'clock every morning, and you say that right before you go to sleep, according to Brian Tracy, you will most likely wake up right before your alarm goes off. Okay, number 6, resolve to persist. Make up your mind that whatever this is, you're going to persist in getting it done. And number 7 is reward yourself. I think we should have rewards along the way. This is my thinking, because I think it helps. Say you want to lose 100 pounds. If you think, okay, if I lose 100 pounds, I'm going to treat myself and get a new outfit. Well, 100 pounds is a long ways off. But if you say, when I lose 20 pounds, I am going to do something and get a new outfit, or you might not want to yet if you've got a lot more to lose, but that's an example. Maybe you'll take a little weekend trip, or some reward that you want to do when you make the first 20 pounds, and the next 20 reward yourself again, or whatever it is, a stepping stone. Maybe you're wanting to pay off, say you've got 5 bills, 5 credit cards or something, and you pay off the first one. Maybe it's the cheapest one. Reward yourself, and then jump into the next one. But don't wait till maybe a year or 2 or 3 years or 5 years has went by, because it will seem like it's a long, long way to accomplish whatever it is you're wanting to accomplish. So that is all I've got today about our goals. I hope that you will make some goals. Leave it in a comment below so I can see what some of your goals are. If this has been helpful to you, I would love it if you would click like. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Next Thursday, I plan to have another video about money. So may God bless you, and Happy New Year. Bye.